Hi, my name is Bradley Shook. I am the junior program administrator for Monterey Peninsula Yacht Club. This is a shortened version of our info session for the junior sailing program for 2025. So I'm going to give you a brief explanation of who we are, talk about our programs, what to bring, some guidelines. As I said, my name's Bradley Shook. I did junior sailing as a kid. I did high school sailing. I did college sailing. And now I work for U.S. Sailing. It's the national governing body for the sport. We run the Olympic team. We run and certify all the instructors, the refs, the people that run the sport. I'm in the education department, so I help build the curriculum to teach people how to sail. I'm at a national level. On top of that, your team for this program is Max. He's the head instructor. He's the person that you'll be working with day to day. He is from Charleston University. He did high school sailing and is now on a college sailing team. You got O'Sheen as an instructor, 3-year instructor. You got Ryder as a 4-year instructor. He is at SLO. And then you got 5 high school sailors: Rosie, who's at Monterey; Lyric, who's at Carmel; June, who is at Carmel; Elora, who is in Monterey; and Eddie in PG. So that is your general team overall. They are all certified instructors, which means they've gone through a rigorous powerboat safety course, a course on how to teach people, and evaluative on their sailing skills. They are also CPR and first aid certified. Okay, the yacht club as a whole was established a really long time ago, and their main mission is to connect a diverse group of people to the bay and through sailing. So the junior sailing program is one of those initiatives. So our programs are built to be a stepping block system. I'll go through what the programs are each later in the video. Right now, I just want to pass on that there is a morning program and an afternoon program. Morning programs are built towards beginner, intermediate levels, and afternoon are built more towards advanced level sailing. So there's a sailor pathway system. This seems very complicated, but basically there is sailing offered year-round. There's summer programming, fall and spring programming, noted by the yellow, green, and brown. And then there's actually 2 yacht clubs that do programming on the peninsula. And we work pretty closely together to try and build sailors up, utilizing the resources that each club has. But both clubs have a Learn to Sail program. Our club has an Opti Learn to Sail program and a Terra Learn to Sail program, Monterey Peninsula. Those are only offered during the summer. There's really kind of 3 levels to it. We really like you to engage in programming for more than 1 week, and there is discounts to make that happen. But basically, the goal is not to be doing the same thing each week if you come for multiple weeks. Once you've done about 2-3 weeks in the Learn to Sail program, you'll move over to the development program. And that's where a lot of skills that you're not taught at the Learn to Sail level are kind of introduced so that you can get into the racing side of the sport and then start to do some traveling up to the Bay Area through the club to do racing. And then eventually into high school racing, hopefully. So this is generally the pathway that you'll kind of see going forward. Okay, so our Learn to Sail Opti program is 1-week session. There's 8 sessions. There's member and non-member pricing. The member pricing is built on a junior membership. The junior membership is $135. So if you're doing multiple weeks, I highly recommend signing up for that junior membership. If you sign up. You need to email me so I can reimburse you the difference, because it won't automatically give you the discount while you're signing up. But the program operates June 9th through August 1st. We start at 9 and we go till about 12. There's about 6 kids in each class. And the age range for Opti Learn to Sail is 8 to 11. We then have Learn to Sail Terra. So the big difference between the Opti and the Terra is just the boat. And the boat is a little bit bigger for the Terra. And so kids that are a little bit older, 11 to 14, they can be put into the Terra program. Same price schedule, same start time, same amount of kids. There's about 6 kids per instructor, basically. And then the price is the same. Just note that it's about $125 off each week that you add. So it does lower the cost substantially. So if it's $300 roughly for a member, now it's down into the $175 range if you've added an additional week for $175. So note that that's a possibility. Okay, Opti and Terra development is basically that next step. It's 1 week long as well, same pricing. There's about 7 kids per group, and it's 9 to 13-year-olds that are generally taking this course. This is where you're going to learn how to use tailtails, how to sail upwind, how to start on a starting line, basic level racing stuff. And this course is also offered during the year. This course gets you ready for the race team at MPYC. Okay, introductory into the ILCA 6, which is a laser. This is mostly middle school to high school age range kids. It's a 2-week program. It's $495. You have to be a member to participate in afternoon programming. It's June 9th through the 20th. It's 1:30 to 4:30. There's a maximum of 6 sailors in this group. And in this boat, you're skippering the whole time. Okay, Basic Terra Racing is a new program for us this year. It's 2 weeks long. It's $495. And it is June 9th through the 20th. And 1:30 to 4:30, 7 kids. And it's really the introductory class into Terra Racing. And then there's a big race that's happening in October timeframe that the kids will be going to that stick in the Terra Racing program. So Advanced C420s is a 2-week session, $495, June 30th through July 11th, 1:30 to 4:30, 8 sailors. It's a 2-person boat. They're out on a trap, so he's out hanging over the wire. Mostly high school sailors at this stage. Okay, what to bring? So a wetsuit is mandatory. My recommendation is to go to Amazon and get the cheapest wetsuit possible. You can also rent them, but they're roughly the same price as buying the cheapest wetsuit. Your kid's going to probably outgrow it within a year anyways, so don't go and do anything fancy. I'm not on this list, but water shoes are extremely helpful. The ones that like you used to get at Rite Aid for like $10. That is helpful, but not required. A towel is good. Spare change of clothes, shoes, like I just said, water shoes are great. Reusable water bottle, a snack because there is a break, tons of sunscreen, and if you're in the afternoon, sailing gloves would be really helpful. In the morning, it's not windy enough to need the gloves. The gloves just give you extra grip, and when there's a lot more pressure because there's more wind, it's helpful to have the extra grip. We provide life jackets, so you don't need to bring your own. You can if you want. One of my recommendations is to get a box, like a Rubbermaid tote, that you can put all this gear in. We can stack those on the dock, which is really helpful. And at the end of the day, if your kid got wet from the swim test or water comfort check, or the capsize drill, you could put the wetsuit in the box, and then you don't have to have a wet car. So that's kind of helpful. Okay, so the water comfort check. They're in their life jacket the whole time. We're going to fit them into their life jacket, make sure it's all snug and appropriate sizing. They're then going to jump into the water, swim 25 yards, and then tread, basically float. They're already in the life jacket and the wetsuit, so they're just going to float around. This is just to make sure that they're comfortable in the water, and that when they end up in the water, which can happen because of capsizes do happen, that they're not going to freak out. So that's basically what this is about. Okay, scholarships and support. Monterey Peninsula Youth Sailing Foundation underwrites a lot of partial scholarships to participate. At the end of the day, the reason not to do sailing shouldn't be a financial reason. So if it is, please go onto the website, fill out to get support. Even if you want to do, you can afford to do 1 week, but you can't afford to do 2 or 3 weeks. This is where we can come in and help support you in your journey. So partial scholarships are rewarded based on request, need, and how much the fund still has left in it. So yeah. So basically here we normally go through any questions that there may be. Feel free to email us or call, and we will answer your questions during that time. I look forward to having your son or daughter or grandkids in the program, and have a great day.